Hi, my name's Brett Jarman and I'm the Human Coach, and I'm going to introduce the Human Qualities Coaching Cards deck to you today, which is now available on the wonderful deckhive platform. So just to provide some context, first of all, the deck itself was really born out of the belief that in order for us to flourish, both individually and collectively as humans, we need to be more human-centric. And what that essentially means is to acknowledge and serve our holistic selves with compassion. And an element of our holistic selves is our shared human qualities, and there's lots of them: integrity, courage, trust, to name a few. And therefore, the purpose of the deck really is to enable exploration of those qualities and to, in doing so, enable us to better understand ourselves and how those qualities might be impacting our behaviours, our decisions, our perceptions, or challenges in life. So I will show you the deck now on the platform. And as you can see, there's lots of different types of human qualities available in the deck, just under 30 in total at the moment. And each card has its own human quality on the top of the card and a hand-drawn image underneath. And what you can do is flip those cards over, and you also get two questions then on the back. So the number one questions are generally more positive, more encouraging, or maybe better suited for those who aren't used to reflecting or haven't had much experience in that kind of deeper introspection into their self. The number two questions are more provocative or challenging and maybe better suited to tease out either actions from the session or to really get underneath the issue that's been presented in the session. So there's lots of different ways you can use the cards in deckhive. I won't go through all of them now, and I'm sure you'd find your own way that works. Just to give a couple of examples so you can see, you could invite the coachee to go through the deck and focus on the pictures and pick a card where the image really stands out for them, it's really talking to them for some reason, and drag that into the table or the board. And that becomes the focal point of the conversation then. So you could use the magnifying glass to really kind of emphasize a card, or as we've seen, you can flip the card over and invite the coachee to answer the questions. You've also got the ability to bring in post-it notes. So if you want the coachee to capture their responses to the questions, then the post-its might be really useful then. Another way of using it is to have these tables or boards pre-prepared. So I've got one based on an example that I used the other day with a client who had just been promoted to a senior leader position and was struggling with their confidence and courage. And therefore, we used this courage card as the focal point and went through and answered the questions on the back and explored a whole host of things, which ended up alluding to a personal relationship, which was kind of the root cause of their lack of courage in this new position. There might be a case where a particular theme that the coachee presents with or challenge that they bring in has a number of related qualities. So you may find a number of cards in the deck which are useful to bring in and again allow the coachee to pick one that stands out for them in particular. And again, you could use the magnifying glass to highlight that one. Or you may find that some of the questions on a mix of these cards are useful to really get to the root cause of that challenge and which qualities are having the greatest impact. Equally, you might find that someone really wants to just better understand themselves generally, and it may be beneficial to just systematically work through the deck one card at a time over a number of sessions and really help them to get to understand themselves at a much more deeper level, incorporating both who they are now, who they have been previously, and who they ideally might want to be in the future. So a number of different versions of their self potentially. So that's a really quick whistle-stop tour. I'd invite you to have a go playing with the cards and really look through them and get a feel for the kind of questions and qualities that are available, and hopefully you'll find them of use. If you've got any feedback, questions or suggestions for new cards, all welcome. Just get in touch via Brett at thehumancoach.co.uk or drop me a message via the website, thehumancoach.co.uk. Hope you found that useful. Thanks for listening and take care.